Hi, welcome to Expressions. I'm Julie Robbins. We're going to take you inside one of Tulsa's best-kept secrets, the Elsing Museum. We're also going to introduce you to one of the most delightful people we've had the privilege of interviewing, 87-year-old Willard Elsing. Now, you said over 250 million years ago. How do you know that?
I was there.
Oh, you were? Okay. Stay tuned to see Willard's collection of precious gems and stones when Expressions returns. Our guest today is Willard Elsing, who's the owner of Elsing Museum. Good to have you on the program.
Well, thank you.
What do you have in your hand here?
This is mercury, or quicksilver.
Yeah.
And that is a mineral, believe it or not.
Okay.
To show you, this is a rock from China, and the red and yellow is realgar and orpiment. And they heat this, and beads of this quicksilver comes out on it.
Oh, wow.
This was discovered a little over 100 years ago. And when they first discovered it, some of the medical doctors gave it to their patients. It was so new.
They gave this to their patients?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But they didn't know it was poison.
Yeah.
They're doctors. And the amazing thing is, it's the only mineral that is liquid.
Look at that.
I thought that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, real interesting.
I usually drink it just before breakfast.
Now, now tell me, before we move on and look at all your other collections here, I want to know a little bit about you. How did you get started rock collecting?
Lord, I was nuts. I had a small piece of petrified wood that came off of an old inkwell my great-grandmother had. My mother said, Willard, see if you can put this back on. So I took it to my room, and a week later, every rock on that danged inkwell was taken off. That started my collection.
Oh, wow. And how old were you again?
Old enough to know better. Yeah. And I just started in collecting. The minerals, I appreciate them.
Yes.
And they are the foundation of all life here on Earth. If it wasn't for minerals, man himself wouldn't be here.
That's right. And as you're going to show us in a few minutes, some of them, you're going to turn some of the rocks over that look like just ordinary rocks, and they have just beauty beyond all imagine, right?
We have one right here. Well, here's a rock. That's where it was found in Utah. And the Sodden 2, it has a petrified turtle in there.
Oh, wow.
He's been there about 1 million years.
I think he's tired, don't you think? Maybe cramped?
I think so. And here's a rock. You see, rocks are like people. You never know who your friend is until you've been with them for a while. And same way with the rock. You never know it until you investigate
Right,
it.
it looks just like a stepping stone type.
Yeah, if you had a high step.
Yeah. Oh,
But inside, they're very beautiful.
That almost looks like an ocean type view, doesn't it?
You can get some fabulous scenes in it.
Now these look like here in these cases maybe some Indian artifacts?
These are Indian relics, and I've purchased these many, many years ago from a fellow. His name was, oh goodness, let's go back to the 1920s. And he went over the earth, or the United States, to buy this stuff, and he had several carloads of it on the train. And he was going to build a big museum in Washington. But before he got accomplished to building, he died. And of course his wife was selling a lot of stuff, and that's where I got some of this very fine stuff.
It's
Very fine material.
A lot of arrowheads.
We think they run about 800 to 1,000 years old.
Is that right? Now tell me, how long has your museum been here in Tulsa?
20 years.
20 years.
And nobody knows it but me.
Well, they're going to know it now. Okay, Willard, let's look at some of the natural rocks here. What is this?
These are very interesting. This is from Brazil. That's the way they found it. But it's sawed too, and it's all amethyst.
My goodness.
So it's a beautiful mineral.
How do you know that this is inside? You don't know until you crack it open, do you?
You study this stuff.
Yeah. You know.
It's just like how does a person know what's wrong with you on the inside? They study it.
Study
And
and they know.
they make guesses, and I make guesses.
Okay, Willard, what is this right here?
Well, that is because it had black on it. It's called rhodonite. If it didn't have the black, it'd be called rhodochrosite, like this one.
Which is almost the all pink, right?
That material is going at tremendous prices at the rock show now.
Is that right?
I bought this at a rock show for $2. The reason I paid that much for it, it's all white, and yet inside it's many colors. I thought that was pretty interesting. And this is a rock, agate. You see, the average person wouldn't pick that up, and yet it's all over the earth. And that's the way it's inside.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
So it is a beautiful mineral. And this one is jasper. You can tell it's always jasper because of the color.
Okay.
And when it's polished, that's what's inside of it.
Now tell me, is your knowledge of the rocks and everything, is that from educational, like school experience?
Lord,
or is that just
no.
from
Those, some of them guys don't even know they're living. Now here's one. See this one way up there to that one that bends?
Yeah, it looks like a piece of wood.
That's, well, it is, it's a itanocolomite. It's actually a sandstone.
Oh.
Here's a small piece, but it's a rock that bends.
Oh, wow. May I touch? Oh. That's
They're pretty
incredible.
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
So where would one find this?
There's two places, one place in Carolina that they will not reveal the secret where it is, and the other is in Africa.
All right, now this looks like just an ordinary rock.
Yeah, those are all meteorites from outer space.
Get out.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. This is one.
So when you said all over the world, you meant all over the world and beyond, right?
And beyond, yeah. Yeah, that's, well, I got this the last time I was up there.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is a meteor. Now that weighs 2,150 grams. And today they are listed at $4 a gram.
Oh,
so you'd actually be
wow.
holding $4,000.
Oh my goodness, they're heavy.
Quite heavy. And you can always tell a meteorite by its thumbprints in it.
Oh.
Your thumb fits, and no other rock has that.
My goodness. And this, is this small or is this an average size?
Quite
or do they-
small. Yeah, here's a biggie. It's from the Canyon Diablo.
It's very heavy. I'm gonna put this back. Ooh, what is that over there?
It's your finger. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean?
I'm pointing.
Well, that is quartz crystals with rutilated crystals inside of it.
Ooh.
They are very beautiful, I think. How they got in there, I don't know.
Okay, now what about the rounded?
These are
little
just
stones?
agates. In fact, this is, they're just rocks. They are not attractive on the outside, but inside are your agates.
Willard, what is the purpose of this museum?
Well, the purpose is to educate the youngsters. They don't even know what they're walking over. And that's the purpose of the museum, is to stimulate that desire to learn the things that they're stepping on. Everything you see in here, somebody's picked up. You see all those letters over in the case? That's just from one school.
Wow.
On top is letters from the professors from the other Tulsa junior colleges in Tulsa. And everyone enjoys it. A lot of them, in fact, it's flabbergasting when they come in here.
So it's not just entertaining, but it's educational.
It's educational, absolutely. And if I can't educate them, I throw rocks at them.
And what are the museum hours? When can someone come and see your exhibits?
Every day except Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 1 to 4.
And are you the main person here?
I'm the one that takes them around and explains these things to them.
All right.
And there's no charge.
Willard, tell me about this ship here.
Well, this was donated to us by some people in New York that was quite interested in our museum. And it's all carved jade, and the chain is carved out of solid rock.
Oh, wow. It has an oriental flair, too, doesn't it?
Yes,
How large is it? Do you know?
it's just that big.
Yeah.
It's about 3 foot by 4.
But it's all jade.
Yes.
Willard, tell me about this case here. I know you have a lot invested in this, don't you?
Yeah, this was the last one I put together. The blue is azurite, the green on it is malachite, and that is from Colorado, believe it or not.
Big rock.
The pink is rhodochrosite, and that's from Argentina. But the price of this material is just skyrocketing.
And what is the green called again?
Malachite.
Malachite, okay.
That's azurite crystals.
Willard, this is my department right here. I'd love this stone. So do you think this could be like a gift to me from you?
Well, that would run about $70,000.
Oh my goodness. What's the name of it?
Kunzite.
Kunzite, okay.
It's found over in Brazil. That's a cat's eye. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, it has green, but it almost has like a pearl type look to it. Okay, and the one next to it's emerald?
That's an emerald.
All right, and what about
That's a little blue sapphire, and that's a very fine one.
Oh, yeah, I like that. And a blue topaz.
Yes, it is.
Those are real popular right now,
That's right.
women's jewelry.
That is a star quartz. There's a perfect star when you get a direct beam on it.
Okay, Willard, let's move on to this other case here and talk about what is this case displaying?
Well, this is mesolite. That is a rather rare stone. That's from China.
Wow.
These are all natural crystals.
Willard, how rare are these to find?
Well, very rare.
Can we find any of these anymore?
I doubt, unless you'd go to a big Federation mineral show in Arizona,
Yeah.
you might find. But when they have them big shows, the prices just skyrocket.
Willard, why are you carrying around this flashlight here?
See where I'm going? This is the red spots you see in that rock are genuine rubies.
Ooh.
And there's a slab of it, and yet behind it, it is an excellent color. And the green is called zozite.
So zozite and rubies.
Yes.
Where would one find this type of rock?
Africa.
Oh, is that right? Willard, I know this is petrified wood here, right? But it looks like a rock.
Well, that's part of a tree, and that was all. The second slab was analyzed over here is 180 million years old. And that's a very, very fine slab.
Oh, it sure is. And what about in the display case above?
These are opals. The first is Australian opals. This is considered your black opal, but this is one of the finest of the black opals.
Ooh, we have one up close. Willard, this is absolutely beautiful. Where would one find a black opal?
Well, I bought that at one of the Federation shows, and he said none of these were for sale because they represents the mine that these came out of. And I said, well, you're at a rock show and everything should be for sale. So I wore him out for 3 days, and he finally put a price on it. I bought it. I don't even remember what I paid for it, but I thought it was one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen.
It certainly is. Okay, is this like raw opal here in the middle?
Raw opal, huh? We had Mr. Moody down here and to appraise that when he was living, And he held it up and he said, this rock will cut between $150,000 and $155,000 worth of cut stones. And that's when I went through the floor and the director went through the ceiling.
I bet.
But we got it.
Okay, Willard, I'm seeing money over here. That attracts me.
You have got money in these.
What are we looking at? I guess this is...
Well, these are the natural copper.
Okay.
And they make pennies out of it.
So you're just showing the before and after, right?
Yes, before and after. And this crystal here, I picked that up in, it's a marcasite from Wisconsin, but that's the rarest form I've ever saw marcasite in. Quartz, Arkansas. Yeah, it's a galena crystal, but I never saw any finer than this one, and zinc.
Now, it's real shiny. Does this one have silver in it?
Yes.
Okay.
And your pyrite crystal from Peru.
Ooh, I like that one.
And this is a cluster, this was $1,000 here. And coppers, pyrite. Now, a lot of people call this fool's gold. It is not fool's gold, it's pyrite. The fool's gold is made out of this that goes in the gold pan when they're panning for gold.
What about in the back?
That's an amethyst with a hole in it.
Very beautiful
Yes,
purple
is.
crystals, though.
That's from Peru.
I like that.
Very beautiful things comes out of Peru.
Oh, Willard, this Oriental art is beautiful.
This is some pretty rare pieces in here.
Yeah, and all different colors.
Yes, well, they're different colors of gemstones.
Well, let's talk about them. Go ahead, about the yellow on top. Let's talk about that.
That's your ambers. That's pretty rare stuff anymore. And this pink is rhodochrosite, blue is turquoise, green is jade.
Now, with these carvings, do they do that by hand?
Oh yes, all
do it
these
all
are
by
carved by hand. And the old people are dying off and their kids don't want to be bothered with it, and that's why the price is skyrocketing.
Okay, Willard, tell me about that piece right in the middle there.
Now, this is one piece of quartz. Quartz is a very hard rock, and that's all carved inside and outside of the teapot.
And what about to the left of it?
That is jade.
Willard, what is this beautiful piece here? It almost looks like ice.
No, that's all calcite, and this is found in Colorado, and you notice the crystals are much smaller than the ones found in Arkansas. Arkansas has some of the finest quartz crystals in the world is found there.
Would you say that there are no two pieces exactly alike? Can't be, right?
That's right. They're like people. They may be black, white, pink, or red, but they're not exactly alike.
Makes them
That's a
unique.
veracite from Colorado, and that is very rare.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that color, that green color, on anything we've looked at
They
so
make
far.
ring sets out of it.
It's beautiful.
This one right here, it's a double terminated calcite.
And where's it from?
Joplin, Missouri, in the lead and zinc mines, because they're all underwater now.
Wow. And what about the one next to it?
That's a selenite from Texas.
And it has a handle, right?
Yes, very few of them has handles, but when I want it, I say, or else I won't take it. And they grow it.
They grow it. Okay, what about this unusual piece here?
You're not going to believe that. I paid $200 for that specimen there. It's from Russia. That's the price I paid for, $200. And I thought it was some type of a bomb. You know, they made a lot of them that float on water. And I had it checked and examined, but it wasn't. It's a rock. But they give it the name in Russian, and I couldn't pronounce it, so I spelled just another rock.
A rock with spikes, right?
That's it. 250 million years ago, this area we're here now is all lake.
Yeah.
And there was a lily that grew here. This is the bulb of the lake, as found here in Oklahoma. It grew about that high. There's the head of it. These are the stems of it. The Indians come along and picked these out and made their wampum, or their money.
Oh, this was money?
That's money. Now, the only reason I'm showing that, if our dollar goes down another nickel, we're going to go back to them.
Will you give me a necklace too?
I will be very happy to.
Now you said over 250 million years ago. How do you know that?
I was there.
Oh, you were? Okay.
That's what all your textbooks list them at.
All right, you're going to have to explain this because I'm
That's
touching it. I know it's
that's
hard, but
calcite.
it looks soft.
Calcite, and this is your galena or lead. Actually, lead was invented with the crystal that size. That's the crystalline watches. This watch here has a crystalline the size of a head of a pin, and it's been working that for 10 years. Perfect.
Wow. And the green piece in the frame?
That's your 238 uranium. That's the rock that made the bomb that destroyed Nagasaki.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And it's a very powerful mineral. It sends out a radiation. It's going through us now, but it's harmless because there's not enough there to do good.
Right.
This is a rock.
It's kryptonite.
No. No, this isn't a Biara Camerata Cañana Salita, but this has water bubbles in it.
Okay.
Now, do you see the water bubbles in there? Mm-hmm. See them going up?
Yeah, I saw one. Okay.
Well, I went to college there, and the professor said that all of our minerals was formed with water in it like that, and I got up in class and I said, that is not right. I made D. That's the truth, so help me oral.
Oh, now see, I want to talk about this.
Well,
this
that's azurite from Colorado. They used to make paint, blue paint out of that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that color.
And these are your iridescent sphalerite. It's on all color. That's from the Joplin mines. That was the old Ballard mine, about 250 to 300 feet deep underground in the lead and zinc mines. That is rare. This is your dice lead, and you see how shiny that is? That's because there's a lot of silver in it.
And Willard, it's kind of dark back here. Why is that?
Well, these are where the ultraviolet and infrared rays are shot on the rocks.
Oh, wow. Now tell me about these rocks. What's so
This is the chart here. If I had a yardstick and I put a human hair across it, that's your physical vision.
Okay.
On each side of the hair, if it is enlarged up to there, there's your vision there. But this chart would go clear over to the outside wall, which is all invisible to your eyesight.
Okay, Willard, what's the dollar bill for?
To show there's a powder on it used by the FBI and your local police. Okay. And if someone would break in and steal that out of a cash register, they'd leave fingerprints all over the place that they're at.
And they'd leave fingerprints all over in the display case too, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Now, all of these rocks light up. Is that right?
Yeah, no,
or they glow in the dark?
they're radiating. Our eyes can't pick it up.
Okay.
Our eyes is degenerate.
So you're going to turn the light off?
Yes.
All right. Ooh.
And that's the natural color of the rock.
Oh, how beautiful. Is there different reasons why some are some colors and some are others?
It's just like difference in people.
Yeah? Oh, they're beautiful.
The red is a calcite, and the green is a franklinite. And the yellow you see over there is a winterite. That's from Canada. Now, to show you it's just a hair's breadth beyond your physical vision, you see the lavender blue rock way up on top?
Lavender blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
That's radiating your energy. Now I'm going to turn off the lights, and you're going to see that.
Okay.
You see that blue fade away?
Yeah.
Yet it's a white rock, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, Willard, let's look at this case. Is this all jade in here?
No, that's malachite.
Malachite, okay.
We had a little old lady in here who saw that, and she said, Elsing, that's the prettiest green egg I ever saw. Where'd you get it? I said, from a green chicken. Where do you suppose?
Did she go for it?
She went for it.
And what about on top?
And this is my little honeybee.
Okay.
Would you like to hear my poem?
I would love to hear your poem.
Well, once upon a time there was a handsome honeybee. that fell in love with a butterfly he met in a tulip tree. He said, I love you madly and I want to share your life. Let's fly away together. Will you be my wife? She dropped her head in sorrow. No, 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 cried she, for I'm a monarch's daughter and you're just a son of a bee.
Willard, it was certainly a pleasure having you on the program.
Well,
I want to
thank
shake
you.
your hand. Thank you so
You're
much.
surely welcome.
Oh, well, no, thank you. It was a pleasure for us. Thank you for watching Expressions. We hope you've enjoyed your firsthand tour of Elsing Museum in Tulsa. We'll see you on Expressions next week.